welcome to a new stream. It's been really fun making content, interacting with everyone, answering questions, reading your comments, so thanks for watching. I'll be sure to work hard on making updates to Supreme Heroes wherever it needs revisions, and to provide new content each week, which brings me to some announcements I'd like to make before we jump into the gameplay. I've been working on something called the Flash series. The first of 3 in this series goes up after this stream. If you do like the content and want more of it, please drop a like on that video. We can build onto the series as it goes on. It's more of something you can do at home yourself or while you're on your phone at the gym. Now, it's called the Flash series because the word is an acronym. Fit like a supreme hero. Be sure to check it out, and be sure you're on a treadmill when you do. We have a few new updates. A revised main menu with hotkeys for the keyboard. Added controller menus for console controllers. We, at long last, have a transfer all added to the inventory system. And a couple of notes are, we have some cool new visual effects at workbenches to further indicate what level of rarity they are from a distance. Another note would be we have storage containers to offload extra items from your inventory, so you don't get halted every time you get excited to make a weapon, only to find out you're over encumbered. And with those announcements, we're going to go ahead and just mess around for a bit, level up, and see everything in action. Let's go. Mic's on. Alright. It's going to be pretty brief today. We're just going to go over some updates and mostly to the main menu, and then, like I said, with the workbench. And then we're gonna play some Doom: The Dark Ages. Should be fun. So while that's loading up, let me just make sure that the stream is running well. Yeah, and if you have any questions, please do drop a comment. Discord, YouTube, Facebook, X. I'm there. TikTok, Twitch. Pretty much all of them. So yeah, just drop a question. Things seem to be running okay. Cool. I'm seeing a little bit of lag, so I'm just gonna double check really quick. Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna start a new game. We're just gonna load up an old file. Oh, let me see. That's better. Could see me a little bit better. Awesome. Yeah. One thing you'll notice right away is I removed motion blur. How do I go about saying this? I'm a fan of the motion blur, but I also like that things look a bit clearer without it. So you'll have to let me know what you think of it, because it does look, it looks really nice. Very clear when you move. I noticed even the character's hair, like the strands of hair, they look clearer. Let me try to get up close. Or you know what, we'll take a look at Caleb for an example. Like, you can see the hair is pretty clear. For me, I haven't noticed that before with the motion blur on. So there's definitely aspects about it that I like, but I'm just used to motion blur, so it may return, it may not. Just let me know what you think of that. It does affect certain other areas as well. I've noticed, like, sometimes particles don't look as visually appealing because motion blur kind of helped out with the visual aspect of that. So yeah, let me know. Yeah, like right there you can see individual strands. It's nice, but we'll see. Let me know. Alright, so first big update is we now have a transfer all. Heck yeah, check that out. I know it took a long time to get that implemented, and it's very well needed for something like this, so I appreciate your patience in allowing me to get that done. Much better. So now you can individually transfer all of them, or just boom, just like that. And it'll even indicate, or it'll detect your inventory load, so if there's something in the chest that is far beyond your capacity, you won't be able to do that transfer all. You'll have to figure out which one you can transfer up until you hit your inventory load capacity. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and so that was a big one. That's one of the big updates. Really excited about that. I know it seems small, but when you're on the developer side, that kind of code it takes a lot of effort and time to find where you can make those kinds of changes without breaking anything else. And other developers will know what I'm talking about, especially in Unreal Engine. It's very easy to think you have the solution and then figure out later that you broke a ton of code unintentionally, and that's always annoying. But so yeah, really excited about that one. Yeah, we also have these, if you haven't played the latest update, we have these, instead of it being just invisible walls, now you can see where you're restricted, so it helps out a little bit. It's not anything huge, but now you kind of get a sense of, oh, okay, that's pretty much my play area, without it, intruding on your sight. It's not like, because I felt like having constant red walls is a bit visually distracting. So now they appear, when you get close to them, and then they disappear to let you enjoy the rest of the game. Let's see. Oh yeah, so we're gonna skip through this section here. And remember, you can skip chapters by going into your pause menu, load chapter, and pretty much leave the level, get to the next one. Skip some stuff here. Yeah, but that transfer all was both hard but satisfying once it finally started working to make. So we're not quite there yet for the workbench. I want to show the workbench, and then we'll jump into some Doom, the Dark Ages. That's been really fun to play.
I can't go that way.
Yeah, so sometimes you'll get barriers that have a response from Jake. You'll either get the barrier that is the red that shows up, the red barrier that shows up, or you'll have him audibly say something in response to colliding with the barrier. And that should help out with gameplay, replayability. You don't want to, and I realize that now, testing it myself, you don't want to just run into an invisible wall and then not know what it is. I mean, old games did it, but it's a little bit outdated of a concept. So I understand that when you do run into something like this, you'll get either an audible response or some sort of visual response. And that lets you know, hey, it's not part of the game. So thank you for the suggestions and comments, because that was one that I didn't think of. So yeah, I'm listening to the feedback, and I'm really excited to show off what's changed, and really happy that everyone else is enjoying it and providing feedback. You know, that's how this works, really. So we didn't collect really anything here. I want to show the next level. The level that really matters. Skip this. But yeah, if you're liking the content, please do like and subscribe. It helps the channel out. Trying to grow my audience, grow my content.
The hero supreme.
And we'll skip this as well. Oh, before we skip it, this is what I was talking about the motion blur being deactivated. You'll notice some visual differences from how it used to be. And one in particular is the orb. I noticed it right away. I was like, why is it looking kind of greenish now?
Well, for a sempiternity
it's a little,
in the cosmos,
you can see a little bit of green
before
coming
the
through.
Initial conception of your world.
And that wasn't like that before.
Heroes from this
I can
Empyrean
only guess that
universe
it's from
existed.
the motion blur being deactivated, but yeah, again, let me know what you think. Yeah, the decision to bring back motion blur will depend on feedback.
Then
mostly.
came the heroes supreme, guard.
Okay, so yeah, kind of the whoa, yeah, those wings look really detailed now. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's a give and take. Like, I really like the way these wings look now. Like, they're more silver. They used to be white. And you can really see like the individual feathers. It's hard for me to decide, so yeah, honestly, let me know if you prefer motion blur being off, because it does affect a big part of the game visually. Yeah, things look more crisp and clear, but in other aspects, particles and sort of effects like that, they just look a little bit off, but yeah, you'll have to let me know. Yeah, textures are coming through a lot more. Anyway, we'll move on. And yeah, we're at the point where we can talk about the workbenches. So one new thing that I mentioned in the preface before this stream is the visual effects on the workbenches now. So across the worlds, you'll see, you know, different workbenches, but now they have these kind of like auras around them or floating up from them, and the color coding will match your typical RPG color coding, you know, like white, common, green for uncommon, blue for rare, purple is epic, legendary is gold. Yep. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Cool. So, yeah, you don't really want a common bench because there's not much you can craft here. And the things you can craft, it's like for your moments of desperation. Like if you're really running low on like minerals and stuff, If you really need it, it's there. But you want rare workbenches. I would say rare through legendary are what you want to look for. Let's see if I can show an example of it detecting your weight limit. So I'm just gonna try to intentionally break the game myself right now, just to prove a point. So my capacity is 700. We'll see what happens when we get closer to that weight limit. I think this one is... Yeah, this one's definitely gonna reach it. Oh, never mind. Hey, we got them all, sweet. We'll keep going. I think it's this one. Yeah, see. So, even though we show 624 out of 700, it's still going to detect, hey, you can't... figure out which one you can take, because you can't take all of these. So, maybe we can take the titanium, and there you go. See, it perfectly detected that with one of those, you know, it would reach 699 out of 700. So, yeah, it knows. And yeah, we can try either way. It's not going to let you. So, oh, and yeah, of course we can transfer everything over again. And if you do, see, now that we just saw an example of it breaking the game, which is good to know. So if you transfer everything over, that's something I got to work on, but if you transfer everything over when your weight limit is reached, and you transfer everything back, it will delete the that item that was right here, that first item that said 2000. It'll delete that one, so you can take all of your old stuff, and it's just gonna delete the item that you couldn't carry in the first place. So, tiny bug, but at least you didn't lose your stuff. It just got rid of the thing that you wouldn't have been able to carry anyway. But we don't really need all the stuff we have. I just wanted to see if it was working properly. Nope. See. Okay. Now I'm going to show that again just to kind of mark that as a bug. I'm going to transfer everything over. Okay. Now I'm going to just hover over my sword because I for sure don't want to lose that. And check this out. One of these will just delete because it's too heavy for us to take. So one of these will just drop out of the chest completely. But everything else should remain with us. Right. So this is live, so I can't go back, but when we watch it back, we'll know what was deleted and what stayed. So yeah, after pretty much changing all that code, that's the only tiny bug that I have seen. So we'll definitely keep working on it, but for now it works pretty well for now. Oh, right, like I said, we don't need all this stuff. So last big update, well, not big, but is this container now. So you'll see the title of it, temporary storage container, you know, your legendary smithing. We can pretty much dump everything in here and take what we want. So this, and this, that's all we need. I lied, that is not all we need. But anyway, so when you do dump everything in the container, it'll save it for when you come back. So say we reload the level, all that stuff will still be there. Yeah, so it's temporary, so as soon as you like leave the level, all that stuff will be gone. So you do want to take the stuff that you want with you. Such as health. Yeah, pretty much everything but the wood. So, yeah. Oh, and yeah. So yeah, that was it really for the updates. Let me know what you think. There's some stuff here. Yeah, you want these bigger health items on your shortcuts. Yeah, really quick. I had to have a protein shake, man. I mean, come on. Yep. So, there you go. And a burger. Like, who doesn't like burgers? But yeah. Anyway, so we'll jump into Doom now. It's been a pretty fun game to play, and yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. But again, thank you for all the feedback. It's been integral for improving Supreme Heroes. So appreciate that. And let me just change the settings a little bit. I do have a widescreen, ultra widescreen, but I prefer having it windowed. Some games don't look all that well utilizing the full widescreen, so this is one of them. Okay. Oh, it automatically changed. Sweet. Okay. We're good. Oh, hey! How's it going, man? No, you're not late at all. Thanks for joining. I see you there. How have you been? Yeah, no, you're right in time for the Dark Ages. We just kind of went over some updates with Supreme Heroes. Really excited to continue working on that. I've been getting a lot of feedback, and I'm really happy about that. Still a few, like, there's one minor bug we discovered, but it's nothing compared to, you know, past bugs. So it's on my list, but it's not as much of a priority. Chilling plug with. Whoa. Nice, man. Right on. Asus RTBE92U. Okay, I'll have to look up that one. That one sounds intense. Right on. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, this is one of the games that I've been. I mean, as you can see, oh, this level will have to replay. 41% is unacceptable. Unacceptable. 39% unacceptable. I've been crazy about, yeah, collecting all the secrets that there is. Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, I especially like the aspects of like melee tied into it with the shield, the flail, the mace. I even like the crossbow. It's like it's the BFG, except it's called, I think it's the BFC. This massive crossbow, and it's deadly. Deadly. Really, yeah, I'm liking it. I'm actually kind of surprised. by everything so far. Oh, the like the giant mech suit that you can pilot. That's been fun. Now, I don't care much for the dragon parts where you ride the dragon. The dragon is badass. Sorry, is cool, by the way. But I prefer just, you know, the regular run and gun kind of gameplay, and the mech suit is always really cool. Yeah, you know me and mech suits, man. I anything exosuit related or power suit. You know, Fallout 4, Fallout 3's power armor. Yeah, those are always extremely cool. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, let's get started. Consumed by the old one. The Slayer's mission is lost. Okay, 1 second. Just gonna check on the stream. Okay, we're good.
You have been ingested. Vital signs stable.
Thank you. Yeah, I like how you're I like how the saw, it technically is a saw, but your shield has has mechanics that really work well with the game. So like certain areas can only be activated or, you know, broken through with your shield. So it's not just like a gimmicky shield that you have, oh, I'm just gonna carry around a shield. No, there's a purpose to it.
Major organ located.
Looks like a brain. Some people have complained that it's a bit too, this game is a bit too, like, you only pay attention to the reactions, or, like, all you're doing really is paying attention to the prompts, or what have you, but I enjoy it, man. It kind of reminds me of, Kingdom Hearts 2, a little bit, like the reaction system. You just have to pay attention. You know, the green. You want to watch for the green. I like games like that. Make sure, I see you there. I like how you can just dash at your enemies. Like the arenas. Oh, I'll have to try the arenas. Or is that like a section, separate part of the game, or like I know there's been like areas that have felt like arenas. But yeah, fighting hordes of these guys is definitely fun. Oh, no, not that. Let me see. Just gonna continue on. Maybe it'll be revealed along the way. Oh, maybe you gotta drop down? Man. be sure to check that out. Right on. I wonder if we're making another game after this. There's gonna be a Doom 4 or maybe another continuation onto this prequel. This guy. Oh, you didn't? Oh, I'm surprised. Yeah, Doom Eternal was my favorite of the two that were out at the time, but this one, I think this one tops it. What, if you don't mind me asking, what didn't you like about Doom Eternal? Ah, I keep walking through those. He must still feel that, right? Like, even though it doesn't do anything right now, it's connecting directly to the brain. You can imagine you would feel something, right? Just the gameplay mostly, it didn't hit me like... Gotcha, okay. That's understandable, yeah. I think I liked the, like the grappling hook part of it, or was it a grappling hook? I can't remember fully, but the sort of platforming mechanics I liked about it. I guess maybe it wasn't as memorable as Doom from 2016, because, like, I own it, but I don't remember a lot of the weapons you had in that game. Aside from the platforming mechanics, like the grappling hook, whatever it was that allowed you to cross crazy spaces and distances. agree. Oh, one thing I do prefer in Eternal was the turret. I do remember that. But yeah, everything else is really solid in this one. Yeah, that is good to have. The yeah, Game Pass. I agree. It is worth the value. Yeah, I remember all the games you'd get with that. It's definitely worth it. Heck yeah. So what games have you been playing lately? Crimson Desert, yeah. Marvel Rabbit. Oh no, what happened, man? Marvel Rivals, that's I guess I guess because you're so good at that one, man. It can get boring when yeah, I kind of noticed that the last few times when you were streaming, kind of annoying players to play with. I can understand that. That would definitely turn me away from it. In this level. Happened. Wait a second, I don't think I got what I needed to get. Yeah. I didn't get the toy. There we go. Overwatch, nice. Right, yeah. Nice. Let's see. There's a lot left to do still. That's that area we couldn't get to. Oh my god. Ah, it restarts you. Okay. Alright, alright. It's literally going the wrong way. Like, maybe if I had like a shield icon, I could rush through it. Nah, I can't do that one. Alright, we're gonna get some health. Gotta be some health around here. Alright. Aw, dude, no way. Okay, there we go. Alright, we get it. Here. Alright, that's better. Better than nothing. Yeah, it definitely hurt a lot. I thought I could make it, but I think I have to come at it from the other way. So yeah, must be some kind of digestive system. Shoot, can you imagine if our digestive systems worked that way? Like, they just chomp things along the way. Pretty crazy. Hey. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, because I can see the appeal of Marvel Rivals for sure. The IP, you know, the heroes. I would play it too for that reason. We Jonah the whaled ourselves out of there. Or Monstro. Pinocchio and Monstro. Yeah, and then Overwatch for competitive. Okay. I still haven't played Overwatch. I know it's pretty good from what I hear. But yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries, man. Take your time. Right on. I need a new laptop. I know I still haven't gotten one from the last time we spoke,
Caution.
but
Their signal is surrounded by enemy
yeah,
targets.
I'm working on that. Because, yeah, you always need a good laptop when you're on the go. Oh, okay, we're done with this area. I do want to see if I'm able to purchase anything. Whoa. Yeah, sweet. Let's see what we got. Some of these guns, well, you can tell I have my favorite. The accelerator slash cycler. That cycler is awesome. Because it's good at when you're maxed out. It's good at like causing those metal equipment to overheat, and then you can throw your shield at them and shatter them. It's good at doing that, and then also you're shocking enemies at the same time, so it affects other enemies nearby. Yeah, that one's my favorite. My least favorite would have to be this one. Yeah, I've not gotten any upgrades for this. It's a good weapon, I guess. It's kind of like an auto shotgun, but I don't know. Didn't really work for me. Nah, we're okay. Here we go. Hey, there she is. Yeah, he also looks cooler in this one. I think this is the coolest he's ever looked in the Doom games. Number 1 is of course classic, but or number 1 of the 2016 version. I like this look.
Is too powerful. Even for you. The Sentinels know so little about themselves. She has the spirit of an ancient Sentinel god within her. A wraith who are descendants of this realm. Here, her energy becomes fully realized. And it can be harnessed. We should kill him. We'll need something more permanent. Etrigos, Zarath, Maziker.
Awesome. 100%. That's what we like. Cool. Yeah, so Doom of the Dark Ages. I recommend it. It's a fun game. Yeah, we're gonna stop there. Just gonna hang out for a bit. Right on. Yeah, we just finished up one of the chapters there. 100%. Yeah, I'm sure the PC desktop is a lot cooler in terms of temperature. Laptops can get pretty hot pretty quickly. But right on. Welcome back. Yeah, so Overwatch, that's one I'll have to try. Yeah. Who's your favorite? Oh, I have a Blackwell rig. Whoa. Nice. Yeah, that's hardcore, man. have weapon skins for these ones. Whoa. That gold. It does look cool though. I gotta stick with the red and black, red and kind of black, dark gray. Those are my favorite colors. Yeah, there we go. Yep. Not bad. Yep. Cool. I'm mainly a tank player. Oh, okay. Hanzo, Neko as DPS. Got it. I am planning, yes. Thank you for bringing that up. So in Supreme Heroes, I am planning to do sort of a horde mode like we had discussed. Yeah, kind of an arena / mode level. I like that. Yes, that's right. Yeah, so once the base game is a little bit more to being finished, yeah, that horde mode is definitely coming to Supreme Heroes, because that's going to be a ton of fun, being able to slash through just nearly endless enemies, use your magic, use all of your abilities available to you in the real game, but you get like a preview of it in that horde mode. A lot like Avium. Yeah, I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I want to try to put that horde mode in a setting that is well lit, like a city, and so that way you get a chance to fly across rooftops and enemies spawn in. They try to ambush you. So yeah, that's definitely in the works. Yeah, just gotta round out some ideas on that front. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of comments on that. The melee and the weapons. Definitely Supreme Heroes strong points. Yeah. Yeah, and more to come on that, because yeah, there's definitely, Supreme Heroes is the first story in the saga, so there's definitely a ton more weapons and different styles of combat in the works. Like I can say for sure, because the books are all already published, so this first game is technically book 1. In book 2, we get a lot more. We shift more into CQC, so close quarters combat with a dagger. It's kind of the more darker story, and so he uses that knife a lot. If I were to compare it to like a trilogy that we've seen before, it's like Prince of Persia. First game, rated T. You have mild blood, kind of your sword basic system, but as soon as we get to Warrior Within, that game's rated M. A lot more blood, a lot more edgy. Kind of the same deal with the Citroverse. Citro steps into his dark phase, and so he uses the knife, the dagger, a lot more than his traditional swords, and let's just say it does get messier. A lot quicker too, quicker paced, because he's more reliant on the dark, so like shadow, teleportation is a big one. Without spoiling anything, like I said, the book is already out there, so you already know what happens, but the gameplay mechanics will change for that second game, because yeah, he goes on a journey. But yeah, the first game definitely will include that horde mode where you have all of your abilities unlocked. You can fly across rooftops, just wave after wave of enemies and different types of enemies, so you'll get your bosses, your elemental enemies. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, man. And magic too. That's right. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Magic has to be in a game now. Yeah, it's sad, man. Some AAA studios don't do it anymore, or they do it poorly, or something. So I want to have, good question. The horde mode will be separate from the chapters, so you can play the story mode. I'll have to modify the main menu, but yeah, it'll be available from the main menu. So when you start up the game, you can just jump right into horde mode, or it'll be called something different, but yeah, and then you can kind of practice up on what you've got. I'm still trying to think what weapon. I mean, you'll have all the weapons, but what weapon you should start with, just to kind of get the feel of, oh, I can do this. I can definitely do this. And then when enemies start pouring in, it's like, oh shoot, I need another weapon, or something like that. I want to have that feel. Yeah, definitely a different name option. Yeah, for sure. But yes, it will be separate from the story mode. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Those boots always get me. It's like, that's definitely like a cool design, minimal design, because it's like it's all function, no frills. Well, I guess you can call the spikes frills, but that's a hefty boot, man. You got your ankle support, armor. They kind of remind me of dirt bike boots, but just way more armored. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit more. Yeah, those are cool, man. I would totally wear those every day. Those shoulder pads, pauldrons, definitely cool. Yeah, man. Did a really good job with that. Yeah, the lore too. Yeah, I'll have to dive deeper into sort of the lore in Doom, and I do have to go back to the original games because I started, you know, my liking of Doom with the 2016 version. So I do have to go back and play those classic games to kind of round out my knowledge of the Doomslayer. That's right. Yeah, that's a very very good point with this game. Like, you can just mix and match a ton of stuff. It's, I mean, you'll always have your favorite weapon, but the game balances out combat and your enemies just right to where you're almost constantly switching. You're constantly thinking in battle, like, okay, that's down, let me use something else. Okay, that enemy is ready for a follow-up, let me do that. Yeah, I do love, I love the combat in this. That's right. Dragon skin. Yeah, as I was mentioning before, the dragon is always cool. There's a funny scene where he like picks up a severed arm and feeds it to the dragon. That's funny. But I didn't care too much for the gameplay of the dragon. It's cool to fly around. But I prefer the up close and personal. If I had to pick a studio to be hired to, man. Oh man. Gosh. I would have to, it's between Capcom and Square Enix. They have some of my, I think, yeah, my favorite games of all time. They've made my favorite games of all time. So that's from Devil May Cry to Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy. Either of those studios, if I mean, if they were looking to hire someone like me, that would be My God, that would be awesome. Yeah, that'd be cool for one of those studios. It's kind of like there are pros and cons. Like if in a studio, yeah, you would like whatever I'm working on, that would technically now fall under their property. It's kind of like when you're working at different companies. Sometimes they have like an agreement or clause that any published work that you do under this time or at this time under our employment can be considered our property. You got to read the fine print. So yeah, that I would probably lose creative direction or creative license to the stuff that I'm making, but at the same time, if I could get that worked on by like other people to where it's a group made game, I think I would be fine with that. Like I think rather than working on it myself, I know that I would probably have to give up direction, like story direction. They may change a few things. It's like, oh, it kind of hurts, but if it can be changed for the better, I think yeah, I'd be willing to work with that, man. Rebel Wolves. Okay. I'll check them out. Yeah, I've heard the name. Um, yeah, I definitely heard the name in across my feeds. Yeah. I think I came across that actually. I forget the name of the RPG, but yeah, a vampire RPG. It looked cool from the trailer. Yeah, that's definitely something I'd put on my wish list. Yeah, for sure. Cool. Yeah, we're almost done with the story in Doom. I'm kind of far behind. I know this came out a while ago, but yeah, I'm a little bit behind. I did get Stellar Blade recently, so that may be another one. I have to check like the streaming limitations. Um, See if I can stream that one. But yeah, that could be another one that we see streamed here on this channel. Yeah, I know. Try to get some rest and catch up on your life, man. Yeah, yeah. That's understandable, man. These are busy times. Revenant. Yeah, the Revenants are annoying too. I think. Hmm. This guy's annoying. That one's annoying, and that one's annoying. Arachnotron. That's a cool name. Yeah, they do, man. They look stellar. Man, really cool. I especially like the armor design in this game. Like, you can tell how, like, it's plated. It kind of, like, overlaps each other, the plates. I like that. I've always been a fan of that in armor. Like, way back to when I used to draw and sketch. That's the kind of armor I would sketch and draw. Especially, like, these leg plates. Yeah, that's something I would draw back in the day. I want to see if I can, like, pull up a comparison here. Bear with me 1 second. I am pulling up something as an example. So, yeah, this is this is old, very old, but it's from, let's see, from back in the day. Like, I would try to, you know, draw those plates overlapping each other. But yeah, this is Citro from, I think the year was 2006 that I drew that. Yeah. Stream offline. Sorry about that. We cut out for a second. Yeah. But yeah, man, you gotta have that plate armor. It always looks cool. Could you make a similar Slayer armor look? Oh man. A similar looking armor? Yeah, that's possible. I would say to try to stay, like, just for me, like a mental note, try to stay away from the color green. So I'm not, like, infringing on anyone. But the abdominal plates is a common one. That's not any original design. I mean, if you take that design in exactly, yeah, it would be. But the overlapping plates, that's been around for forever. So yeah, definitely could have ideas with armor designs like that. Oops. There it is. And let's take a look at the abdominal plates. Yeah. Like, if you don't include the chainmail and just have plates kind of stretching a little bit further to the sides, that's more aligned to what I used to design back in the day. The gauntlets are okay. I'm a fan of the leg plates and the boots, man. That's so cool. I mean, the soles alone probably give you like a 2 to 3 inch height difference. Hey, I appreciate that. No, I've seen your art before. You had it was digital art, but I've seen it. It looked pretty cool. Yeah, whether it's digital or it's handmade, art is art. I know when you get into the territory of AI art, it's a different story, but I'm a fan of all art. So, yeah. I think it was some kind of character, right? It was like I have an image of it somewhere, but yeah, your art was pretty cool. Yeah. Well, cool. This has been really fun. We'll have to continue. I only have a few levels left, in the story mode. We'll have to continue streaming this one. And oh yeah, I almost forgot. As a little like side note, after this stream, that video does go up. So it's called the Flash series. You will be seeing a little bit more Doom in that series. It's a little different, but I hope you enjoy it just the same. And you can even participate in some way on your own when you're watching that video. So that's gonna go up after the stream. Hope you enjoy it. Um, oh yeah, to answer your question, the game is running quite well on my PC. If I bring up my stats here, right now I'm seeing 60 FPS. The RAM is a little bit high. VRAM though, that's impressive. It's under 10 gigs. I need to achieve something closer to that with my game, because right now I think it hits a max of 15 for mine. So about a 10 gig difference, 5 gig difference. So yeah, that's something to strive towards, because just under 10, it's 9.8 that it's using of my VRAM. So yeah, just a little over 5. Everything else, it looks pretty much similar to Supreme Heroes. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 3090 I've got. So yeah, see, yep, it's optimized but demanding at the same time. So the demanding part is on your RAM, because I don't think I've seen it that high. And I've got other things running, so that could be why. But the VRAM, that's one I'll have to strive toward, because yeah, 41% usage, those are the numbers I like to see. In Supreme Heroes, it's always 50 to 52%. It's like, I'm gonna work on that. Yeah, 3090, man. That was a beast back in the day. Back in the day. As if 5 years ago was a long time ago. No, 6 years ago now. That is kind of a long time ago. But, yeah, man. Still a beast, yeah. It still beats a lot of GPUs, that's right. That's right. It was worth the money. Yeah. Back when you were buying the 3090, oh boy, it reminded me of when you were trying to buy a PS5 when it came out for the first time. Like, oh, you had a bunch of scammers, or no, what are they called? Scalpers? No. It's basically where you buy a bunch of them, and the word slips my mind. You buy a bunch of them, and then you turn around and sell them for just a ridiculous price. Scalpers? I want to say scalpers, but I think it's something different. But yeah, so they basically did that with the 3090s at the time. You could hardly get your hands on them. Prices were ridiculous. Yeah, it was chaos back then. Yeah. Nice. Wow, that's quite an upgrade. That's a very good upgrade from a 1080 Ti to a 5060. Yeah, man. Yeah, I understand the desire for 4K. I mean, we're pushing in that direction. Eventually, everything's going to be running at 4K or better. But 2K is strong enough. Yeah, 2K is just detailed enough. A lot of us are fine with 2K still. Can you imagine if once we get things to run on 8K, just the prices of everything at that point? Your monitor, your rig, the game itself. I don't want to imagine that future. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, exactly. Yep. 2K is just fine right now. And the same with like your monitors. Like, I don't need an ultra wide. I have one, but I don't need it. It's just for development purposes. It gives me room to, develop and do other things at the same time. But I know that there are a lot of enthusiasts who demand ultra wide. I've seen like reviews and comments, like reviews based solely on whether the game runs in ultra wide or not, and yeah, they're pretty vocal about it. So at least I have that going for me. Like, I can design my game in a way that it does fit ultra wide screen, and then I won't have to hear those kinds of reviews. But yeah, 2K monitor, that's like the standard. It's different. Like, the if I go to the settings, so it's like 50 something, 5140 by 1440. That's I think that's ultra wide. I have to check the numbers again, but I know it's 5,100 something pixels by 1440. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they did really good with this game. Yeah. But yeah, that about wraps it up. I really want to thank everyone for joining, and of course, Speeding V3. It's always good to have you on the stream. Yeah, it's always fun. We'll continue from this point with Doom in the next stream, and we'll give Supreme Heroes and Avium a little bit of a break. I want to finish out Doom: The Dark Ages, and then, well, with streaming. strictly with streaming, and then after a while we'll go back to those games. But yeah, so for the next stream we'll continue with Doom: The Dark Ages. And after this video, please do be sure to after this stream, do be sure to check out the Flash series that's going up. Let me know what you think. Been working on that one for a little bit, and it's different, but we'll see where it goes if we want to continue with that or not. So, but yeah, it's been fun, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Yeah, cool. See you next time. Oh, right on, some push-ups. I just finished some push-ups. It's actually because of the Flash series that I'm showing that I had to do 20 push-ups. But we'll dive into that for the next stream or on Discord. I'll see you on Discord, and yeah, should be fun. All right, see ya.